So I decided to make this channel a video version of my stream of consciousness, which is why I think Sugar, Spice, Chaotically Nice is a perfect name for this series, because this is a very well way to explain my brain and my personality. Sugar is going to be random talks, vlogs, food, lifestyle, just day-to-day things. Spice is gonna be sexuality, taboo topics, the occult, astrology, all that jazz. And Chaotically Nice, I'm obviously on the spectrum, so we're gonna talk mental health as well. Today's stream of consciousness is about how when you try to not disappoint the people in your life, especially when you're younger, you end up disappointing yourself. I know I did this, and I'm sure most of us did when we were younger, in like our teens and our 20s. Most of us are people pleasers when we're young because we want to be loved, we want to be accepted, we want to be liked. So what we end up doing is sacrificing our own curiosities and our own authenticity in order for people to perceive us as a good person, because you know innately that they have a skewed kind of perspective, and you want to go about it in a way that you know they're going to perceive you the way you want them to perceive you. So you end up in relationships that you don't like, with jobs that you don't like, denying yourself experiences that you want to have just because of what will people say. And this is something that I hate now in my 30s with a passion. What will people say? I don't give a fuck. And there comes a time, for me it was now in my 30s, when I realized I do not give a fuck what people think. Even if I said it before in my 20s, I'm like, I don't care what people think. I would still care about what people thought about me because I wanted people to know that I was a good person. But now when I know who I am, I really do not give a flowing fuck anymore. And if I can help one person figure that out in themselves and stop cutting and chipping off their authenticity for someone else, then I'm a happy girl. Because looking back, I've had so many instances and so many experiences that I could have done differently, and I wish I did, but I can't go back and change them. Like, so many things that I wanted to try, but I was, so concerned about like what people think. And I know a lot of people will say, yeah, but I don't want to hurt the feelings of the people around me. The people that really should be around you and that really cherish and value you will cheer you the fuck on no matter what you want to do. They won't judge you. They might say, look, it's healthy to do it, or it isn't. They might say it's safe to do it, or it isn't. I agree with you doing it or not, but I'm here. They won't judge you. If you're playing by everyone else's rules, you're shooting yourself in the foot constantly. And it's a shame. It's a shame for you. It's a shame for the people who would come to you if you were authentic, and they can't because they cannot relate to you that way. And just for the world, you are depriving us of who you are. I remember for me, one of the things that I had an issue with was my sexual expression. And it's something that you wouldn't have thought back then, because I don't want to say rebellious, but I was like very outspoken about how I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. But when I was with myself and contemplating whether should I meet that person, whether should I go to these kinds of parties or have these kinds of experiences or whatever it was, there was a shame there that was implanted, by older generations and society. Even though I knew I would enjoy it, and I knew it felt that it came from a genuine curious place within me, and I stopped myself from expressing myself that way. I'm not anymore now that I'm in my 30s, and I love it. I absolutely love it. And it's freeing, both because you get to experience something that you really wanted for a long time, and it's also because you're like, yeah, I don't really care anymore. I don't. But I also think this comes with experience, because when you are in your teens and when you are like in your early 20s, you don't have enough life experience to know exactly who you are. You're still finding out and figuring out who you are. I mean, you are throughout your life, but you're trying to see what's going on and where you belong. So you don't have a specific solid foundation in who you are in order to be like, yeah, this is who I am, and I'm not gonna tweak and like adjust my personality according to other people. And because we all want to belong, we end up doing that either to appeal to our parents, to our teachers, to society in general, because we're afraid of what family, friends will think if they find out that you did XYZ. What will they think of me if I choose a different career than I said I would? What will they think if they find out I'm queer? What will they think about me if they find out how extroverted I am when it comes to sexual stuff? There are a lot of reasons and a lot of questions that are rooted in shame and in outside validation that we should keep in check and see where we can reclaim ourselves again. Because if there's one thing that I can tell you with complete certainty, is that it's not worth it. It's not worth it giving your power away for other people. That's too big of a price to pay. And as cliche as it might sound, those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Because trust me when I say, the right people, like the right kind of people, even if you're not friends with them now, just random strangers, the right kind of people, no matter what you try, no matter what you do, they're gonna cheer you the fuck on. As long as it's something that you're doing that's making you happy, or that you're really curious about, that you're excited about, the right kind of people are gonna be there for you. I promise you. And if people around you don't understand certain things about you, that's okay, that's fine. Don't judge them either, but don't live your life according to what they think is right or morally acceptable or decent or whatever the F that is. Don't live your life according to their perception of how you should live your life. And I understand not wanting to hurt people's feelings by your actions, and I'm talking about those people like your parents, teachers, or whatever, who are gonna be like, oh my god, you did this, you did that. I get that you wanna like care for those feelings, but you're not responsible for them. You can't account for everyone's reaction and everyone's impression of you. What you can account for is you being authentic, staying true to your values and principles, not hurting anybody else, and just being happy. So this is me giving you permission to disappoint other people in order to stop disappointing yourself.